What's going on, bros? It's Phil here, back with another video. So I'm about 4 months of semen retention at the moment, and I thought I'd make a video. I've got the day off today, and I haven't made a video in the last few days because there's been a lot going on in the world, and I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to talk about any specifics, but if you've been paying a little bit of attention, if you've had half an eye on current events in the West at the moment, some things have happened in the last few days which are, without getting into it, are pretty unsettling and a cause for some real worry and concern. And I'm not going to mention any specifics. That's all I'm going to say. And if you know, you know. If you don't, then maybe pay a little bit more attention to what's going on outside the corporate 9 to 5 grind. But yeah, there's some really disturbing stuff going on in the world and dark energies at play. And you need to be aware of it. I don't think you need to buy into it too much, but you need to at least be aware of it. This stuff is going on. And evil exists, bros. Evil is a thing. And when I was younger, used to be quite naive to this. I think my parents are quite naive to this, but there's real world evil. And you need to be aware of it and understand how it works in the world and how it can come for you and manipulate you. It's really a thing. And there are demonic forces and energies at work in the world, just like there's angelic, divine forces at work in the world. Now, without getting woo-woo and abstract on you, I'm not going to get into specifics of what issues I'm talking about. If you know, you know. This isn't about choosing a side politically. We're not going to get into any of that. All I'm going to say is, for me, semen retention is a spiritual decision, path, journey, as much as it is anything else. And I keep on mentioning God, the God, the good orderly direction. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about your soul, bros. I'm talking about your spirit, the part in you that aspires to be something greater. That's all I'm appealing to at the moment. Our common humanity that is shared, the collective souls of all of us. And I keep saying we're all in this together. So bros, I'm talking to the men here. I don't think there's many women watching my channel. So talking to the bros, how we move through the world as men is incredibly important. And semen retention underpins a lot of this stuff because it allows you to take a step back from some of these, demonic energies and distance yourself from that and stop being controlled by these forces like lust and temptation and this sort of really gnawing kind of consumer rat like, I need it, this lustful kind of craving energy. It allows you to take a step back from that and distance yourself from it, so you're not being controlled by this bloodlust, this consumer lust, this lust for the flesh, all this lusting and craving and jonesing for these things. And semen retention is just a way to I guess, if we talk about in various religions, like in Buddhism they talk about non-attachment, just becoming non-attached to these energies and not getting sucked into all these just traps, the trap of lust. Call them sins, call them whatever you want, bros. We need to walk a higher path spiritually. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about our souls, our spirits, who we aspire to be, the part of you that aspires to be something greater than yourself, the higher power, whatever you want to call it, the most high, God, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. But the part of you that aspires to be something better, semen retention is going to help facilitate this. And I'm always talking about semen retention goes hand in hand with meditation, gratitude, train at the gym, clean up your nutrition, try and be a better person, try and find your purpose, the God, the good orderly direction, the God in your life. Try and find your life's purpose, your life's task, and get on that. Stop slip, slop, fapping, slapping on the apps and the relapse, and contribute something positive back to humanity. As men, that's why we're here. And hopefully at some point, a woman comes along for the ride. But you've got to put your purpose first. You've got to be grounded in your own masculinity. You've got to stop being blown around in the spiritual ether by these energies and these winds of lust and all these negative energies of consumerism and fear and insecurity and all this horse shit, and stop being manipulated as men and be grounded in your own masculine energy. And that's where semen retention plays a massive, massive part. It's not the only thing, it's not the only part of the game, but once you control your lust as a man, you stop a lot of this manipulation from being able to exploit you. Because a lot of the way the world tries to exploit men is through lust. You know, all this S3X, this marketing that's constantly bombarding you 24/7. If you become impervious to that and grounded, and if it doesn't shake you, if it doesn't shake your foundation, if you can just move through that and ignore that and not be moved by it, you just become such a stronger man. You just become so much better placed to be able to make positive change in the world if you can not be manipulated and exploited by lust through that channel of lust. And this is where semen retention comes in. So semen retention, meditation, gratitude, prayer. If you pray, prayer's great. You don't have to pray to God. Just pray to the universe. Pray, set an intention if that's the way you think of it, rather than prayer. Set intentions for good. You know, I'm not here to convert you to a religion, but I'm hopefully trying to make you aware that there is a spiritual aspect to this life, and hopefully you are open to that. I don't mind if you're not. Don't judge you. But I've found that there is a spiritual aspect to this life, and it's huge. And I ignored it for a long time, and I found my way back, and semen retention was a big part of that. And I hope you at least are open to the idea of it, because I do talk about it a lot on here without bashing anyone over the head with any sort of religion, or it's got to be done this way, or to this person, or in this type of institution, or it's your own understanding, a higher power of your own understanding. They talk about this in 12-step. You know, I've done 12-step. So, and I'm not a big 12-step. You know, I'm not going to beat you over the head with that either. You do you, but just be aware there is a spiritual aspect, emotional aspect, physical aspect to this life, the body and the mind and the soul. It's all happening whether you acknowledge it or not, and they're all interlinked. And semen retention is going to help you access the spiritual part of your life. So I hope you're open to it. And, you know, I'm not going to dwell too much in the negative, but I'm just going to say if you're on semen retention, just gives you that emotional bandwidth to be a bit kinder to people, because what the world needs now, maybe this is the message. I'm talking off the cuff here, but maybe the message of this video now is the world needs real kindness now. The kindness of being able to put aside your opinions, your need to be right, your beliefsies little beliefs that you hang on to so tightly. Just being able to sit in a room with other people, converse with other people, be online with these opinions listening to other people, and just shut the fuck up for a second and listen. Don't feel the need to correct. You may actually learn something. Listen to what other people are saying. Maybe all you're going to learn is that this is demonic energy at work, and maybe that's what's happening, but you don't need to be right. You can just be kind to people. And that's what the world needs right now, is kindness and empathy. And I mean real empathy and kindness, not that manufactured virtual signaling type of manipulative empathy and kindness. I mean genuine, just looking at the person across the table from you and realizing this is another human being with all the same temptations and, flaws and challenges that you may have, and they're just trying to do their best. I believe everyone's trying to do their best. Everyone's trying to move through this life, do the best way they can with the cards they've been dealt. And some weren't dealt very good cards, but they're still trying to do their best in the way they can. And understanding that, and just giving people a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, and showing genuine humanity and kindness towards the people, especially the people you don't agree with. So I guess that's the message for today. Just a little bit of kindness, bros. Just step back. You don't need to be right. You don't need to jump in right now. You don't need to tell everyone they're wrong, their opinion. You don't need to circulate negative energy. You can just breathe, move through this world with self-respect and respect for others, respect for humanity, yourself included. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be a light for goodness. Just be a good human being to other people and be kind. So I'm going to leave it there today, bro. So if you're tuning in today, smash the like button, drop a comment below, hit the like button. I'm more interested in your comments. So if you're on the semen retention journey, or if you're thinking about it, doesn't matter if you're 1 day, 10 days, 100 days, 1,000 days, drop a comment below. Let us know how you're going. We're all in this together, and I'll see you on the next video.